Welcome to M Squared TechCast.
Okay.
Hey, it's Matt Roush.
And Mike Brennan.
And we're back with another segment of the M Squared TechCast. I believe we have on the line Dan Radomski, who's Executive Director of the Centropolis Accelerator at my employer, Lawrence Technological University.
There we go.
There's the shameless plug bell.
Shameless plug bell.
Okay. So, Dan, how you doing today?
Great. How you doing, Mike, Matt?
Good, thanks. Listen, there is a new program. The Centropolis Accelerator was opened with substantial fanfare back in October as one of the few business incubators, business accelerators around here that actually deals with companies that produce physical products rather than software or apps, and it had sort of a unique niche in that regard. And now there's a new program at the Centropolis Accelerator that is in conjunction with Automation Alley and funded by the Michigan Economic Development Corporation, having to do with incubating businesses in Industry 4.0. So, Dan, I want you to tell us, for those who don't know what Industry 4.0 means, can you explain its origins?
Yeah. So Industry 4.0 really means the fourth revolution of advanced manufacturing technology and the way we manufacture products today. So the first revolution was more about just the mechanization of manufacturing and the use of things like steam power, right, to bring about efficiencies. The second revolution was more of mass production, assembly line, like what Ford Motor Company was able to do in automotive. Mm-hmm. Third revolution moved into more robotics and automation, use of computers and electronics. And this fourth revolution, which is really upon us right now, is the use of additive manufacturing technologies, advanced engineered materials, artificial intelligence, being able to put sensors on everything and have real-time data and make real-time decision-making to reduce, costs, bring about better efficiencies, reduce scrap time, downtime of machinery in a way we've never seen before due to the advancements of these integrated next-generation technologies.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about some of the technologies involved in Industry 4.0. How do you achieve these increased efficiencies and use these advanced materials?
Well, we're seeing it from anything that are, robotic systems that have the intelligence of humans, right? Use of artificial intelligence to just better use and understanding of the data that's already there, right? By putting sensors on equipment, using the data that's already available, really and turning your entire manufacturing operation into a smart factory system, right? And it's now things like, real-time data collection and exchange and analytics and use of, cloud computing that's really enabling this, right? So that machinery can make decision on its own when they need to reduce spindle speed or avoid, any scrap or inefficiencies in the manufacturing workplace.
So tell me a little bit about how this particular project came about, the Industry 4.0 Accelerator at Centropolis.
Yeah, so this is an idea we had because we were already supporting quite a few companies that have these Industry 4.0 technologies. And as you know, the companies that are already here, from big to small manufacturers, are those that can take most advantage of this to bring about efficiencies in their operation and make better margins, which they can reinvest in new equipment or hire new employees. So we thought it was really important to try to leverage this as kind of the nation's first Industry 4.0 technology accelerator right here in Michigan. Working with Tom Kelly and the folks at Automation Alley, and then also a group out of Jackson, Michigan, the Lean Rocket Lab, we had synergies, and there were the only three, entities that were supporting earlier stage companies that had advanced manufacturing technology. So the partnership and the collaboration made perfect sense.
So why here in Michigan? Obviously, we're a big manufacturing state, and you might, the other thing is we might want to talk a little bit about Centropolis Accelerator. This may be the first time folks have heard of it. So why don't we talk a little more background on what companies you have involved in that?
Yeah, and what's available at the Centropolis Accelerator? What actually is it?
Yeah, so the Centropolis Accelerator was really formed in partnership with the City of Southfield and Lawrence Tech University, taking advantage of the great heritage that we already have at Lawrence Tech University as kind of a theory and practice engineering school. where we obviously have great capabilities to develop physical products, including a lot of the smart devices and smart mobility systems you see today. So putting a real attention to having the staff and team that can actually help anyone that has an idea for a physical product to help them take it to market. So the services we provide here at Centropolis is helping companies with product design, engineering, prototyping, and then connection to local manufacturers when the company is ready to do so. So we've helped several companies actually design, engineer, and manufacture their product here in Michigan by connecting them to the resources that have always been here, right? We've always been a strong state, and manufacturing sometimes gets overlooked how good we are in product development. That means, designing, engineering a product to be durable, reliable, driving out costs before it goes to market. But it's our goal to try to make sure that the companies we're working with here out of this Centropolis Accelerator are also, manufacturing their product in the state, thereby bringing economic impact not only to the companies we're supporting, but the region's supply chain.
Where does the Lean Rocket Labs come into this? I know you partnered with Automation Alley and Lean Rocket Labs, but I'm not familiar with them. So how do they fit into this?
Yeah, Lean Rocket Lab is another incubator out of Jackson, Michigan, and they're closely associated with the Jackson Area Manufacturing Association. So the role they play is they help a lot of our clients with physical products connect to Jackson area manufacturers to do design, engineering, prototyping, and manufacturing of their products. We've helped several clients work with Jackson manufacturers where they're now the manufacturing contract partner for these new product developers.
Okay.
All right. So, what do companies that go through the program receive from the accelerator? What do you do for these fledgling businesses?
Yeah, so it's anything from business strategy support, making sure that they're really differentiating their technology, making sure they understand their competitive landscape, and more importantly, when we find the companies that really have unique technologies, is try to get them to set up operations in Michigan if they're not already. This is a program designed to take the best-in-class Industry 4.0 technologies, no matter where they're at globally, and bring them to Michigan to partner with Michigan manufacturers. So one of the key services is trying to get their technologies implemented with Michigan companies, whether it be a small manufacturer, medium-sized manufacturer, a large, automotive OEM tier one, introducing their technology into a manufacturing operation, allowing it to kind of be piloted and demonstrated for value, with the understanding if it does that it will go enterprise-wide. So the advantage of this is this Industry 4.0 Accelerator is really kind of an attraction tool for the state of Michigan, and at the same time is bringing about efficiencies to existing Michigan manufacturers that take part in it as well.
All right.
Okay, so tell me about the role Lawrence Tech plays in all this.
So Lawrence Tech, obviously the Centropolis Accelerator is playing a key role as a service provider to the companies that go through this, and really helping them with their business strategy, product development, connection to customers and strategic partners. And then obviously we have the ability to also connect these same companies that are going through the program to the resources that are available at the university. Examples are many companies that will bring us technologies may not be ready to be introduced into the manufacturing environment. They need to go through maybe a proof of concept phase. And we have the ability to obviously enable or deploy our faculty and students to actually work on proof of concept projects, demonstration projects here at the university before then they are, let's say, market ready to be demonstrated in a manufacturing environment, a real life manufacturing environment. The other critical role we play here at Centropolis is we have, a physical prototyping center. So if we need to do some prototyping and product development, we have a new facility on campus that allows for that. Includes 3D printing, additive manufacturing, billet machining. We also have a virtual reality, augmented reality lab to do, simulations with digital twins before we build physical products. So all of that, is obviously value that those companies can take advantage of as they look at deploying more widely their technology to Michigan companies.
Well, it sounds like a pretty good advantage for LTU students then to get involved in research in these companies and also learning about how startups work and also research opportunities for the faculty there. Yeah,
and the hope is that obviously you're building a talent base that's more familiar with Industry 4.0 technologies, and that the students that are involved in some of these programs and proof of concept projects be a natural feeder into the companies we're supporting, right, and be employed by them if they get exposed and do a great job for the companies we're supporting through the accelerator. So it's a natural fit.
Well, and it's not just startups that this is intended to be pitched to, right? You also want to help existing companies with Industry 4.0 problems and pain points and that kind of thing?
Yeah, and that's been true of the Centropolis accelerators as opposed to some of the incubators that are out there, whether it be in Michigan or nationwide. We will work with not only startups and early stage companies, but established firms, mostly small businesses that also have an idea for a new product or Industry 4.0 technology. So those companies generally need a lot of the same support, right, that a startup does. So we actually are looking for Industry 4.0 technology companies to take advantage of this accelerator, no matter where they are in the world, even if they're a small business, established business that has a unique technology, whether they're from Israel, Japan, Germany, otherwise. Maybe they have a technology that's adopted in their home country a little bit, but not widely adopted globally. This is an opportunity for them to get involved in the accelerator, get connected to Michigan manufacturers, and see their technology, further utilized, especially here in the United States with key manufacturing companies, which, as you know, is really strength for the state of Michigan.
How would they reach out to you if these companies you just talked about want to get plugged in and work with your students?
Yeah, so we have the ability through any of the partners' websites, Automation Alley, Centropolis Accelerator, Lean Rocket Lab, to actually get connected and apply for the accelerator online. The applications are not released yet, but they will be by the end of the month of February. And in that application, you would list details on your company, the technology you're developing, and a little bit about where you need help. And then we'll be evaluating those applications, reaching out, conducting thorough interviews, and then accepting companies that will be able to apply not only services, but in some cases cash in the form of an investment in the company to be able to be deployed to support their product development, business development, pilot demonstration projects with Michigan manufacturers. Those investments are a key part of what the accelerator provides. We have a $1.3 million seed fund as a part of this that Automation Alley brought in that allows us to make those investments in companies that go through the accelerator program.
Okay. And that's the Industry 4.0 Accelerator and Centropolis Accelerator. That's spelled CENTREPOLIS.
Traditional four-year students love Lawrence Technological University's thriving campus life. But LTU has always met non-traditional students' needs, too. Lawrence Tech offers over 100 degree and certificate programs that can get adult students started or back on track. And most of our classes are conveniently offered evenings at our beautiful Southfield campus or online, so you can balance your social, family, and work life even while you power up your career. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.